What about doing tuna steaks? Tuna steaks are full of protein, low in fat, and they're really meaty like a steak. Don't think fishy fish. It doesn't taste anything like canned tuna. If you're just starting to try and eat more fish, incorporate more fish into you or the family's diet, give tuna steaks a try. I promise the family will love them. I've never met anybody, I've met people that were afraid to try them, but once they try them, it's like, oh, this is really good. They look like a steak. This is what they look like. And they're very, very meaty. They're perfect for the grill, or you can just fry them up in a skillet or broil them. They are quicker. They cook more quickly than chicken, pork, steak. So talk about easy breezy. You need to get dinner on the table in a real hurry. Go for fish, or specifically if you haven't tried tuna steaks, give them a try. I'm going to show you how to do them with a really nice light Mediterranean sauce to dress up the tuna steak, and you can have this done in no time. You'd pay like 20 to 30 bucks or more for this entree out at a fancy restaurant. Save some dough, make it at home. So we're going to start with this very light and healthy Mediterranean sauce, which starts with a few tablespoons of olive oil, and you could certainly cut back on that even if you wanted to. And in with the olive oil, I'm going to do a little bit of finely diced onion, and this is just a light onion tomato sauce with some capers and garlic. It's going to go really nicely with this fish. So I'm going to let that hang out and saute for just a little bit, the onion and the olive oil. Then I've got some fresh garlic. So if you were watching yesterday, you saw that we have another big night out coming up. Yeah, we're really excited about this, and it's coming up pretty quickly. So you need to start talking about this with your coworkers, with your special someone, or you know what, come alone, and it's a great opportunity to meet people. We're headed to a newer supper club in Hortonville that's taking supper club food to a whole new level. It's called the Loose Wheel, and it's right on Main Street in Hortonville. I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about the menu. It's a 5-course meal paired with wines, and it's going to be one spectacular evening. Lots of great things going on. Yesterday on the show, we made this wonderful salad that they're going to be serving with shrimp and watermelon, and they actually serve it in a watermelon and a lemony vinaigrette. It's going to be delicious. Our second course is a scallop dish with prosciutto. Then our third course is, we're going to do a surf and a turf. So it's a steak with blue cheese over mashed potatoes and asparagus. Fourth course is a mahi-mahi, which is a wonderful light white flaky fish. And for dessert, they're doing a chocolate fondue with fresh berries, like a chocolate soup type of thing. It's going to be one spectacular evening. $50 per person. That includes everything, including your wine pairing. So give the Loose Wheel Supper Club in Hortonville a call. Their number is 920-851-8090. We're going Thursday, July 17th. So, excuse me, the number, let me give you that phone number again, 920-851-8079. 8079 is the correct number to call. So reserve your spot, and you can go to our website, fox11online.com, click on the Living tab, and you'll see information on our next big night out, and you can get the whole menu and reserve your spot that way. But it really is going to be one fantastic evening. So hope you're going to join us. Okay. So our onion's starting to sweat down a little bit, and I'm going to do some fresh garlic. Just going to give that a little bit of a rough chop. And you're saying, why haven't you started the tuna steak yet? Because it goes so quickly, just takes a couple of minutes, and I want to get the sauce going first. All right, so in goes our garlic. Now you know the rule when we're dealing with fresh garlic. Don't want to burn it, and it burns very, very quickly. So once you just get it in the pan, you need to keep it moving. So turn down the heat just a little bit, take it off the heat, and oh, that smells good. Smells delicious. So now we're going to add a little bit of, so about 30 seconds only, and then get that off the heat. Don't want that garlic to burn. We're going to do a little bit of a dry white wine. We love the Door Peninsula Winery. It's a really a wonderful place to go take a day trip for the summer and head on up there and do some wine sampling. They do all sorts of fruit wines, but now they're getting into drier wines too. White wines, red wines. This actually happens to be their Chardonnay, so it's going to pair perfectly with this fish or a lot of the lighter foods that you're serving this summer. So we're going to do a little bit of wine into the pan, and it's going to create a nice light sauce. And the Door Peninsula Winery, just on your way up to Door County, past Sturgeon Bay, and they've got a beautiful winery there where you can take a tour, and then really a cool a shop that you can try different olive oils, and they've got, you name the wine gadgets, they have it. You could spend hours there. So it's in Carlsville, just north of Sturgeon Bay. So in goes, I'm going to hit this now with a little bit of the Door Peninsula Winery Chardonnay. And I'm going to dice up some tomatoes. I'm using the Roma tomatoes because they seem to be good all season long. But pretty soon it's going to be tomato season, and I can hardly wait. I'm just going to kind of get rid of some of the seeds. Yeah, there's nothing better than those fresh summer tomatoes. So also even like the grape tomatoes would work fine. So I'm calling this a Mediterranean sauce because we've got some garlic, we're going to do some tomatoes, and we're going to do some capers. So this is just something very light that you're really going to be able to taste the fish. Oh, that sauce smells good. And doesn't that smell delicious? The garlic. I love eating lighter in the summer, but I don't want to go to bed hungry, so something like this will fill you up, no problem. But it's still nice and light and so easy. All right, just about done dicing up our tomatoes here. You could also actually use canned tomatoes, canned diced tomatoes with this, and if you found some that had some of the garlic and like basil, those would be really actually great in this dish. So in goes our tomato. Thank you, Anne. Starting to reduce down a little bit. I'm going to add just a tad more wine. And some capers. Capers have a real lemony, kind of a lemony, little slight pickle taste. You'll find them in the aisle with the pickles, and they're really going to add a lot of flavor to this sauce. They're fantastic. Even my daughter Ireland likes them. I love to do like a lemon chicken with capers or a shrimp scampi and add some capers. It really does add a nice touch. Okay, so I'm going to swap burners here, and we're going to get to work on our fish. I want a smoking hot pan because I want to sear this tuna steak, as I mentioned, just like you would a steak. So what I like to do is season it with a little bit of salt and pepper on both sides. We're going to keep it pretty simple because this dish is really all about the sauce. Some oil in the pan, smoking hot pan, or you could do this on the grill. You could certainly do this outside, and in fact, I'm trying to encourage everybody to do as much cooking as you can outside this summer. Everybody's got a grill, and you've usually got a side burner on that grill. Use that side burner and make this light sauce, and then just grill up your tuna steaks. All the mess is in outside, and it's just more fun to cook outside. I grilled out last night, and I don't know, I love grilling out. It's been such a long winter. Why not get out there and do some cooking outside? If you don't have a side burner and you've got a pan that can take the heat and doesn't have a plastic handle, you can actually just, you know, put some of the pans, depending on the type of pan it is, right on that grill and make the sauce that way. So as I said, this is going to be quick. The last ingredient we're going to add is some fresh basil, which we're pretty excited on our deck here. We're growing some fresh herbs, and the fresh basil and tomatoes in the summer, nothing better. So I'm just going to do just a little bit of a chiffonade on this, just to create some nice ribbons of basil. that we'll add right at the end before our sauce is ready. Let me flip that fish. Yep, that's what you're looking for. It just sears up just like a steak would. And you want to serve it like you would a steak too. Most chefs, and I happen to like my tuna steak done rare to medium rare like I would a steak. Now, of course, if you like your steak more well done or you want your tuna steak more well done, that's totally up to you. But it's a pretty quick cook. So this is done, to my liking anyway. And then we're going to take some of this wonderful sauce, throw some fresh basil in right at the end. Serve this with some nice bread and nice salad, and you've got a nice light dinner. Be great also over pasta, or you could do a rice pilaf with it. And there you go, Mediterranean tuna steaks. Recipes on the website.